Hi lovelies, so how are we holding up? Anyway, I just had my hair done. I think it was last Friday. Yeah, because I was so tired with my long black hair. I actually did some colors in there. I don't know if you can notice it, but when I go under the sun, it would literally show. So I did some low lights. Um, anyway, I know I've been MIA for a while because I've been really busy at work. So I don't know if I mentioned it to you in my last vlog that I have extended my preceptorship for, another, and I mean until November, first week of November. So basically, I still got 3 weeks more to work with a preceptor, and I don't know after that if I'm gonna be ready. I talked to my manager, and she told me that mostly nurses are never gonna be ready to be set alone and work alone by themselves. To be honest, I'm really scared. Like, I still don't feel very confident though. Like, I know it is a little bit different compared to last time when I first started my preceptorship. However, I mean, with a routine, when it comes to the nursing routine, like, I mean, it's really not difficult, but my struggles are actually communicating with the members. I don't know. I am kind of like scared to talk to doctors, to be honest with you. I mean, we have the nicest doctors ever. Like, thank God. But I don't know why I'm always scared to communicate with them. I feel like every time I have to approach them or talk to them or refer them for something that I'm, you know, let's say I don't feel that is safe for my patient or something that is abnormalities with the lab, every time I want to talk to the doctor, I feel like I have to really put myself together because I feel like I need to know everything. I don't know if you're feeling that way or is it just because I am very new? Sometimes I feel like I don't know what I'm saying. Also, I also got struggles in looking for some of the orders in the chart. Like, I don't know. It's like every goddamn day I'm scared with something. But at the end of the day, every time I finish my shift, it feels really good. I've been trying to like question myself if I'm gonna be able to last for at least a year or two being a bedside nurse. Med surg is really challenging. Like, we're a med surg telemetry unit, and it's very challenging, really. Like, every day to me. I mean, we do have like almost the same diagnoses with our patient. Like, almost every day it's about the same thing. However, there's something new. It depends on the patient. It depends on their labs. Each body is different. But yeah, it's always nerve wracking every time I go to my work. I don't even know what to say, really. Like, my update is just that I am scared to work by myself. But at the same time, I think it's good because I'll be able to, work alone and be able to manage my own time. I would be able to learn to manage my time and I will have my own routine, being as a nurse working independently. Like, I am on my preceptorship right now, but my preceptor have been letting me work by myself, and then only if I needed something, then I have to ask, my preceptor if I needed some help before if I'm drowning. Yeah, lately we've been really full, like the hospital is full house. Technically, at work, we usually get, a ratio of 1:4, and then max to 5 and 6. But most of the time, for the past few weeks, we've been taking 6 patients. I've been taking 6 patients. And sometimes I share it, or I divide it with my preceptor. Like, let's say I'll take 4, she takes 2, or I'll take 3, she takes 3. It depends. But the last time, I've been taking 6. It's just lately she kind of divided because it's been really toxic. Like, every time we discharge some patients, we always get something new, like new admissions every time. And it's very hard for me. Like, it's not that you could just discharge the patient right away. There's still some, you got to work with the discharge papers. You got to give the patient some, discharge instruction, indication. You got to set an appointment for that patient, and then after that, you would, either, it depends, because we're so busy lately that our techs also are in the middle of doing something. So basically, we have to transport the patient via wheelchair to their private vehicle. And sometimes I have to go outside the hospital just to take our patient out. And then when I come back, I have a new admission. So thank God I'm still in my preceptorship, because, if it's a little bit easier because she can take over my new admission. It's just, I am just so scared if I'm done with my preceptorship, because I don't know how I'm gonna be able to handle that. Like, with a routine, like assessment when I come in to my shift, doing, bedside report, the assessment with my patients, passing meds, answering call-outs in between. That's not the problem, because it's literally easy. But the struggles is like the interruption within that routine, because in between that, you will get family phone calls, lab phone calls, the team is calling you. You gotta talk with the doctor's looking for you. Some patients have different consults, let's say surgery consults, GI consult, and you gotta find those doctors and talk to them and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to survive this. Like, it's pretty hard, because my transition is different. I wish, I have went to school here in the US. Probably it's gonna be easier for me a little bit. I know being a new nurse is always a difficult thing, but difference is I'm not a registered nurse in the Philippines. Basically, I just graduated there and finished my degree. And I did not really practice there as a registered nurse. I just did my clinicals while I was in my university, and that's it. It was before 2009. So, and then you move to a different country and suddenly become a nurse. And well, I do have a hospital experience as a CNA, but it's way different. Like, it's way different. Being a nurse is a really big responsibility, and you're carrying your license, and at the same time, you're taking care of a patient. So you don't want to harm your patient. You want to keep them safe. So it's a really big responsibility. I know I'm only working, I'm full-time now, and I'm working 3 days in a week, basically 36 hours. However, it's still a lot, even though it's only 3 days in a week. Some people probably wouldn't understand it, but if you work as a nurse, 3 days is actually very, very, how do you call that word? It's also, it can be a lot. Depends on the shift though. Like, there are times that if the hospital is not that full and patients are not that toxic, then you're gonna be lucky. But if that time is toxic, then yeah, it can be a lot. Mentally, physically. Like, on my day off, it's never gonna be a day off, because you have to do some work at home. You can hang out with family and friends. And then I also have to study. I actually bought something. This one. It's a med-surg notes. But to be honest, I haven't really read it. But I really have to. I mean, I have read some of it, but not all of it. It's a good one. It's very stressful. I don't know. I'm just venting out, guys. But I should not complain because I've been praying for this. Like, I've been wanting to be a nurse. Like, there's no other things that I can do. I feel like I am good at this. It's just the transition, probably. If you're a Filipino nurse and you haven't been a nurse in the Philippines, and if you're watching my vlog, let me know. Because I wanna share. You know, I wanna know how you feel and about your transition working here in the US. It's just being a new nurse is very difficult, I guess. So, yeah, like right now I'm off, and tomorrow I'm still off. And then I gotta work Wednesday to Friday, so it's gonna be 3 days in a row. Help me, God. Because I'm gonna be freaking nervous again. I'm gonna be more nervous when I'm done with my preceptorship. So, yeah. And I have to let you know how I feel after that and how is it. Pray for me, guys. Yeah. I'm just basically venting out right now. Like talking to a friend on FaceTime. I did learn a lot of things being or during this preceptorship. Been trying to really active in, like, if there are new procedures that I want to learn, I always, how do you call that, volunteer? Yeah, I always volunteer to do it so I would be able to learn. But there are just times, even though there's new things that I want to learn, I just couldn't because I'm more preoccupied with my patients, because I've been having 5 to 6 patients. So it's a lot. Like, there's no break. Like, I mean, there's break in between, but the charting, the epic charting, oh my God. Like, you have to chart all of these things. Yeah. What else? I think that's it. I think that's all I gotta talk. I don't know. If I came up with something, probably I'm gonna talk to you about it. And every time I finish my shift, I'm just so tired and I don't wanna talk. I'm getting crazy. Also, I've been thinking about different side of nursing. I've been trying to explore and do some research. Nursing has a wide and variety opportunities. There is soft nursing. Nurses can also have their own business. It's not only bedside, but the only thing that I started bedside is because I would be able, it's good for me because, I don't have any experience in the Philippines. So basically, it's a good learning process for me being and doing bedside nursing. I feel like I'm very tough, and not everybody would want to do bedside nursing, and I feel like it's a tough choice. There are times I'm questioning myself, why am I doing this to myself? But as I look back, I've been praying for this, and I've been wanting to do this. Basically, being a bedside nurse is a good opportunity for me to learn. So, but I'm not gonna stop myself at this field. I'm gonna look for a different opportunity as a nurse. Let's say, let me make myself comfortable first in this area and get myself settled until, I'm comfortable with it, and then maybe start doing something else, but not quitting bedside nursing. Basically just trying to explore. And I still don't know what's my niche, like what specialties that I want to do, because I'm still in the learning process. So I'm hoping that I will be able to come up with an idea and find my way in the nursing field, because there's a lot of things in nursing that we can go. So I don't know what I want yet, but hopefully I'll find that out. Right now I'm just gonna be focusing on what I have and what I'm currently in, so I'll be able to thrive more in this field, you know. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening and thanks for watching. If you're, struggling, we're in this together. You're not alone. We're just gonna pray, motivate ourselves, encourage ourselves more, and let's find a hobby so we can forget about all this stress that we are thinking. Just whatever your hobby is. Like, if you want to cook, I like to stay at home most of the time. I don't know. I hang out with my friends, but most of the time I like being at home, just cleaning and doing my own thing. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. This is actually a very boring vlog, but basically I'm just talking to you. So I'm gonna try and upload more, and I'll let you know definitely what's gonna happen after my preceptorship and how I feel. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.